Once upon a time, and there is a little person named Jonah.
Jonah was a prophet of God. And God's voice came to Jonah and said, Jonah, go to the land of Nineveh and proclaim against that great city what I tell you. But did Jonah go to Nineveh?
He went the opposite direction to a ship
that was headed for Tarshish. And so Jonah went down into the belly of the ship and went to sleep. And they went out into the ocean.
And then a big storm came.
They went out into the ocean. And the sea was terrible, and the wind was terrible. And the captain went down to Jonah in the hold of the ship and said, Jonah, how can you be asleep at a time like this? Wake up and pray to your God to save us. So Jonah came up top, and the sailors were very afraid and said, who is responsible for this? And they cast lots, and it was Jonah. It was Jonah's fault. And they said, who are you? What did you do to make your God so angry? And so who is Jonah?
I am Jonah, the prophet of God.
Who made
the big sea.
Oh no, they all said, what do we have to do in order that the storm will stop?
Throw me overboard.
No, we're not going to do that, they said. And they all rowed the boat, but they couldn't escape the terrible storm.
Oh no.
And so finally, the sailors prayed to Jonah's God and said, oh God, please do not be angry at us for this man's blood, for we are just doing what you said. And they tossed Jonah overboard. Oh no. And then suddenly the storm completely stopped. But Jonah was swallowed up by a big fish. And Jonah stayed in that fish for 3 days and 3 nights while he prayed to God to save him. And on the end of the 3rd day, the fish vomited him back up on land. And then the word of God came to Jonah again and said, Jonah, go to Nineveh and tell the people in that great city my word to them. And what did Jonah do this time?
He went the right direction.
He went to Nineveh. Is this the end?
No!